viewers, today we will go through a build for Andromeda, and this time I will use the Lady Stone. However, the build's power comes from many other sources, and the stone isn't even the main one. But still, let's pretend it's all about the lady. Before I start, a few words for my fellow subscribers. This is not the build I originally planned to release. There is a 20 minutes long video in waiting, however it is a part of a collaboration and for various reasons we have to wait until the other end of the collab is ready. Meanwhile, let's look at this one. Well, this is a Breton witch of sorts, known as the Oracle. Her real name is lost and forgotten, even she herself cannot recall what it was, as her mind is half shattered from the constant contact with the spirit realm. Ever since she was a little girl she had this gift or curse of speaking with the spirits of the dead, the spirits of nature, maybe even the spirits of nurture, who knows? You name it. The souls of Tamriel follow her wherever she goes and protect her against all danger. This is why she herself can avoid all combat easily and just watch the spirits tearing her enemies apart. She uses conjuration to manage her contacts with the spirit realm, and illusion to buff her ethereal allies. Some enchanting skill comes to her naturally, as the souls of the dead will offer their services to her. She can summon a horde of ghosts and a powerful spirit of a mysterious ancient hero, and she does all that with no cost in magicka. Cool, eh? Right, but let's start with the standing stone. First we have the lady, which in Andromeda summons a lunar familiar to aid you in the combat. This familiar has the looks and combat effectiveness of a saber cat and can be buffed once per day with a special power called the Eclipse. Another cool feature of the lady is highlighting the enemies who noticed you and are going to attack you. Very useful for this character because she always tries to avoid close combat. With the ethereal crown we will also use the ritual stone, which summons vengeful spirits from the corpses you encountered before a given combat. It's insanely powerful and I already used it into other builds to great effect, so hopefully I will remember to put the links in the description. Breton is a pretty obvious choice here, as the spell resistance combined with the appropriate alteration perks make her much less susceptible to magic. This combines perfectly with the combat avoidance tactics, and it means she will stay alive even in the most dangerous fights. And for the attributes you will need 2 points of magicka for every 1 point in health, and that's that. You can go like this for the entire playthrough, assuming you have both your stones active as soon as possible. Before we get to the skills and items, I forgot to tell you. You'll need 2 other mods. We will use Summermyst Enchantments of Skyrim to get the cool powers of which I will speak later, and then the interesting NPCs. There is a cool, lengthy quest in the latter mod called the Radiant Dark. The quest reward from that is the spell called Conjure Dragon Priest. This spell is truly powerful because the dragon priests you summon can also have their own summons on the battlefield. Okay, now for the skills. The main ones will be the Conjuration, Illusion and Enchanting skills. In Conjuration, you will take the left-hand path to the Twin Souls perk, possibly unlocking both ranks of the Summoner perk. The Summoner is very useful in conjunction with high sneak skill and invisibility spell, because your summons will spawn far away from you, getting all the well-deserved attention and allowing you to go invisible and just watch all the mayhem unfold. You will need the Expert Conjuration perk as well. In Illusion, go for the Master of Terror through the middle branch, so you will also have the Hypnotic Gaze aspect of Terror and the Rage perks. I decided to rely on the calming effects as they are slightly cheaper than Fear and Fury, but the decision is of course yours. Using a fury spell from time to time is always fun. It's a roleplay thing to me. It felt like she needs illusion only to buff her friendly ghosts and avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Of course, in Skyrim, bloodshed is often quite necessary. Dual casting and cost-reducing perks up to expert will make your illusion much more reliable, so go for them as well. In enchanting, all the ranks of enchanter are paramount, and later, once the two other skills are well developed, you can think about Insightful Enchanter and Corpus Enchanter, especially that a pair of gloves with the high Magicka bonus will be one of your key items. Other than that, some investment in Alteration is in order to improve your natural magic resistance, and if you really want to play on Legendary, you may also need to invest in Mage Armor perks and the Ebony Flesh spell. On the lower difficulties, your combat avoidance will be enough to stay alive. And finally, you may go for some perks in Restoration and Sneak. The Avoid Death perk is one of my personal favorites, and I think it goes with the theme very well. She is guided and protected by spirits, and they will not let her die. As far as the items go, you will of course need the Ethereal Crown to get 2 Standing Stones effects at once. Then it is a good idea to find a Staff of Paralysis, and you can always get one in Snapleg Cave, so it's a good idea to get there right after you're done with character creation. You can cast your own Paralyze spell, of course, but it is quite expensive and you need that Magicka for summons and invisibility. You will also make several enchanted items yourself, and here is a list of enchantments you are going to need. Most of them are from Summermyst. First, the King of the Lost enchantment, which I placed on the Nordic amulet, summons an ancient spirit to your side at random. This dude is tall, strong, and essential by the looks of things, so he should be the prime target of your rally spell. He doesn't count towards your summon limit, which is convenient because neither do the vengeful spirits from the Ritual Stone nor the Lunar familiar sent to your aid by the Lady. So, just to sum up your whole army, you have a varying number of spirits invoked from the dead bodies nearby. You get 1 free Predator familiar and 1 ancient hero with HP pool depending on your enchanting skill, and then 2 Dragon Priests. Dragon Priests tend to summon Storm Atronachs and reanimate corpses. I think it's quite enough. Yeah, it feels like enough. Of course, you could also recruit Serana, for example, so she could raise some cows and rabbits for you. Oh, and maybe conjure the Ash Guardian, which also doesn't count against the summoning limit. Okay, alright, enough, alright. On your robes, place the Area Fortify Minions enchantment, buffing the attack speed and HP of all nearby summons. Ooh, OP as hell. On your boots, place the Windfall enchantment to get a random chance of healing one of your attributes, and top all that with the vanilla Fortify Magicka and Fortify Conjuration enchantments. I think I mentioned all the key spells already, but just in case, here is the full list. If you don't use the Staff of Paralysis, you may consider adding some Ash Shell or Ash Rune spells, which you can buy in Tel Mithrin Solstheim, as they are very cost-effective crowd control spells. Remember to cast your Rally from both hands and use them on the summons near you, as they are already buffed passively by the Fortify Minions enchantment, and both buffs will stack. What I did not mention is the Become Ethereal Shout, but it is pretty obvious it fits the character perfectly. The Oracle is so in tune with the spirit world, she has no problems becoming a spirit herself. You may use the appropriate Paarthurnax meditation to get some healing in the spirit form. Oh, and just for the roleplay, maybe some Detect Life and Detect Dead, and maybe even Clairvoyance. You know, she is the Oracle after all. Spirits tell her stuff in advance and all that. So, here we have it. A walking well of souls and a wandering gate of the spirit realm is up and ready to face the hardships of Skyrim. She is completed before level 40. All she needs to really kick off her playstyle is the 2 standing stones and the staff of paralysis, so you can make her powerful before the mid-game. But for now that's it, a bit of a short video, but stay tuned and come back for more builds later. We will see each other again. Bye bye.